rural Romania. I live in a country which is rural, very rural, and I'm going to a part of Romania which is extremely rural. And people often ask me, hey, did you move there to get off grid? Because they have this idea that if you go far enough away from the cities that you're off grid and you're safe from the New World Order. And I always contest this point and make it very, very clear that I protect myself from the New World Order by being on lots of grids at the same time, by having lots of passports, lots of companies, lots of trusts which own assets, lots of bank accounts, lots of residencies. I live in many, many places. It's very difficult for anyone to track down and say exactly where is my life. No one government controls my entire existence. I have 11 driver's licenses.
We live in a world now of globalization, and it's nearly impossible to be off-grid. I get stopped for speeding 5 times a week. No one does shit because I have so many driver's licenses, and you guys should do the same. Same thing with passports, man. If I fuck up big time and England wants me in jail, I can fly on a Nigerian passport or an American.
You can't ban me from driving. It's very, very hard to control me because I put myself on a bunch of grids. The idea of going off-grid is old-fashioned thinking and it's outdated. But when discussing this, people often talk about the New World Order, and the New World Order has many various different definitions. Some people see the New World Order as the shadow cartel for the politicians. Some people see it as the Rothschilds or the Illuminati or the banking sector. It's very, very difficult to surmise what the New World Order is. But for me, I think the New World Order is very simple. I think the New World Order is the smartphone. I think the smartphone is the New World Order. So, it's charging. I think the smartphone's the New World Order. Why? Because they know who you talk to, they know what you say, they know what websites you visit. Your banking app is on there, or Apple Pay, so they know where you spend money, how much you spend, where your money comes from. They also know where you are all of the time. Like, what more could they possibly want? They listen to your conversations. How many times have you talked about something, banana smoothies, and then you're scrolling through Facebook a few minutes later and there's adverts for banana smoothie makers? And they go, we don't listen to you. Of course you don't. They listen to everything you say. They know where you are all of the time. So unless you're going to quit having a phone, then you're always going to be part of the New World Order. Because the New World Order is basically just controlling people and knowing everything about everyone. And that's your phone. And we're all addicted and we're never going to give it up. So let's stop pretending that there's a world in which you're going to live without a smartphone. So I'm going to prove to you something. Do you remember when you used to be able to take the battery out of your phone? Out of the back? All the old people like me remember that. But that's all ended now. You can't buy a phone in which you can do that anymore. And that's because even if you turn your phone off, they still listen to you and they still know exactly where you are and where you go. People have this idea, this false idea that, but if I have a password on my phone and the police can't get into the password, then my phone's safe. Listen, if the police know your phone number, and basically everyone who knows you knows your phone number, then they can tell which phone is yours and then they know where you are all of the time. That's it. Done. It's not complicated. So I'm going to prove something to you here. So I've got an application here called Waze on my phone, which is a navigation application. And I am using Apple CarPlay. So Apple CarPlay is when your phone is mirrored on your car. You can see it here. I have Spotify, Waze, telephone. You can see it all here. And the point I'm making is, I'll put them side by side. The reason I'm doing this is to show you that the map on being displayed on my car screen is not the BMW's internal navigation system. This is a direct reflection of my phone. Waze on my phone, Waze on the BMW. Apple CarPlay, very, very simple. If I turn my phone off, the map on the car should stop updating, or it should crash, it should close completely, because it's a reflection of my phone's location, and my phone's no longer on. So let's test exactly that, shall we? I've got my phone here, I'm gonna power it off. It's been a long time since I turned my phone off. Turn off, slide to power off, off. So now that my phone is off, it shouldn't be broadcasting its location anywhere. Why would my off phone broadcast its location or listen to me? Why would my off phone be allowed or able to stay connected with a BMW and a BMW infotainment system to show my location on a screen when it's powered off? Why is it updating in real time? That's a reflection of my phone's location, but my phone has been turned off. So turning your phone off doesn't change anything. You can't escape the New World Order. They will still know where you are. They will still listen to you.
Literally updates.
It's updating in real time. My phone is off. Literally. For everyone who doubts me, I'm gonna turn it back on. Come on, phone. Don't pretend you're not on. Oh, now you're powering up. Oh, you're powering up. You've already been on enough to broadcast to my BMW the whole time. This is a BMW M5 competition. If anyone wants to repeat the test. New World Order. You cannot escape. You are a peon, a slave. As long as you have one of these phones, you're a slave. They know where you are. They know what you say. They know where you spend your money, and they will blast you with advertising until the point you say something they don't like, and then they will put you in jail for some garbage with some subjective law and a legal system which is corrupt, bought, and paid for. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, if I move out into the woods, if I move to Montana, I'll be fine. Not if you have a phone, you won't, and you need a phone to live. I am in rural Transylvania, and I can't escape being spied on. So if I can't escape, no one can.